Dang it, I recognized my sound was off. Like, all of my videos, and I didn't check it. It wasn't going through my microphone, it was going through my dang computer. How terrible is that? Man, I hate my life. I wonder how long that was going for. I mean, I don't listen back to my videos, so it doesn't even matter. Dang it. It sounded garbagey, too. Ugh. Okay, well, I redid this one. This is the only one I'll redo. Basically, what was the gist of what I was talking about? Oh, yeah. Cycling back down into depression. I feel it coming back on again. And, dang it, I hate talking about this again. Like, it doesn't feel real. This is why I don't listen to my own recordings. This is why I don't re-record things. I don't. It just doesn't feel as real, you know? So, that sucks. I should have just kept that recording. I shouldn't have erased it. Not that it was any good. I'm just basically talking about how I'm cycling back down into depression, and it's terrible, and it's scary, and that I don't know what to do with myself. Like, nothing really triggered it. It just came on. I felt the change coming on. It's like everything just, something left me. Like, palatable. Like, it left me. And, I felt it just leave. And I felt, the emptiness come back. And all I'm doing is having this freak out about that. I start thinking of all these thoughts. Start flooding in, and it just started overwhelming me. My anxiety starts to increase again. You know, I lasted for a good week. It was a nice break from my brain, from the anxiety, from the depression, and now I feel like it's just coming back on. I hope it doesn't come back on with a vengeance. And I hope it's not very long. Maybe it'll be extremely short. Maybe I'll feel fine tomorrow. Hopefully that's the case. But you never know. It's just scary. And I know there's a big genetic component with it. I know being ADHD is a huge component too with it. That's a second genetic component that makes me more susceptible to this. And I just freaking out about it. I don't know what to do. I can't even pinpoint the last time. So a week ago, when things got better, I couldn't pinpoint what the change was. There really wasn't. Maybe it was overdoing it on alcohol the night before, I don't know, but I felt great the next day, and I wrote off of that, and it lasted for a whole week. And it was blissful. And now it's coming back again. Just phasic, and maybe it's the winter here, who knows? I don't know. I mean, there's just so much in my life that I'm not okay with. My divorce, all of the failures that I've had up until now, even my successes, I don't count them as successes, so I struggle with pinpointing exactly what it is. For me, it's a culmination of me. Everything that I am is what's depressing. Not liking myself is depressing. Not loving myself is depressing. Always having anxiety, always needing some validation somewhere, somehow, and never feeling fulfilled by it. Feeling like you're manipulating or lying to those around you for selfish reasons to get that stimulation. Like that letter I wrote to my ex last night. I mean, I seriously feel like it was a form of manipulation now. And I was implicitly saying that I hope it's not. Like, I was in there saying this very thing. I don't know. Of course I'm scared about it. You get scared because you don't know how deep, how far it's going to go. You just don't know. You can't tell how deep the depression's going to go this time. I've been there before. It's been 8 months since I was really doing okay. Even then I wasn't doing okay. That was when I was homeless. But I was so distracted that I couldn't be depressed about it. Like, I didn't have time. I didn't have a place to live, really. I couldn't, I couldn't eat. I slept in my car all the time. Like, it was just, and I was in school still, and there was just so much going on right after my divorce for like a year that I did not have the time of day to even think about it. The second school ended, the second I got a job, the second I had any free time, I tried to find myself with that free time, and nothing was fulfilling. And the depression is sitting in, and I've been working through all of my issues. And there's so much. How do you work through your whole life? You know? If you believe your whole life is the issue, how do you work through all of that to overcome these dips, to love yourself again? ADHD people, we don't let things go. We hold on to things. Even though it's not at the top of our head, and it still pops in there every, 10 seconds. Like your whole life. Like a culmination of every mistake you think you made, or the guilt, perceived guilt that you think that you have, adds on and builds on it. So these moments of depression that they hit hard, and they build on each other, and they get deeper and worse, and it gets scarier and scarier and scarier. And you just wanna run away again. You wanna make a change again. You wanna change jobs. You wanna change locations because you're afraid that you're gonna let somebody down wherever you're at. So for me, I'm in a job where I don't really meet anybody. I don't know anybody. There's no one to let down. And maybe this is the perfect job for me to stay in. It's like, even though I have this compulsion that I want to change, that I'm run away, I've already ran away. Like, I have maxed out my isolation completely. I mean, sans living in the mountain and not working, like, I am supporting my kids and staying as isolated as possible so that I can stay in one place without freaking out. Yes, I'm depressed, of course. But I'd rather be depressed and be able to support my kids than be on the move and ditch my children. Yeah, I can't do that. No matter how deep the depression gets, I'm not abandoning my children. My children are my world. That would ruin them. That would ruin their lives. And I'm not going to do that. I will ruin my life all the time over ruining theirs. So I will stay here and suffer for them, even though all I want to do is run away. And that's fine. I hope, though, that I can have more bouts of happiness than sadness, so that when they're with me, they don't see the difference or feel the difference, because it's palatable. And I know kids are so smart. Kids pick up on these things. They just know when you're sad. They're like little puppies that just have that sixth sense, They come and sit by you when you're sick. Some of these kids just have that sixth sense, and they just know. They know way more, and they're way more perceptive, and they pick up on way more than you think they do. It's not just language, it's body language, it's temperament, it's everything. Your whole being they copy. And I have to be so careful because this is such a pivotal time for their development, both of them. One's 7, one's 3, and they're still they're at that crux of development, It's going to shape the rest of their lives, and I'm in a crap hole right now, crap shoot, and it's hard to keep things together for them. I feel so lost. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to do.